Now, let's get something else straightened out here. I got a couple messages this weekend, and I got to talk about this. This is long overdue as well, just before we get to Thomas here, because I think it's time we discuss this. And I'm going to go to a couple different directions here. One, ref abuse, and then the quality of reffing. So here's what I've been experiencing in the last couple months in my travels all over this province and in some parts of this great country of ours, Canada. I've talked to a lot of refs before games, after games, at halftime. I've talked to refs that do games at House League, at a good rep level, League One Ontario, National, and NESL refs, MLS Canadian refs. I've talked to them. Now let's take away the NESL, the MLS refs. Let's put them aside because they're getting paid and they're making a good living, and they're going to have to handle some of the criticism and they're going to have to suck it up, to be honest. To a point. So let's take them out of the equation. I have a big issue with coaches, parents, and players and administrators continuously going after these refs. Continuously, nonstop. Whether it's at a provincial championship, whether it's at a national championship, at a regular House League game, a so-called important game for first place. I've had it. I've had it. I've been through with my two sons. I've done my share of yelling at some of these refs. But I've taken a step back the last 2 or 3 years. And these people should not be taking the abuse they're taking. For making peanuts. For giving time out of their life as well, away from their families or their loved ones, to come and contribute. Because let me tell you something. Without refs, there's no games. But here's the dangerous part. Here's the dangerous part. There's a lot of refs that have come up to me and said, Anthony, I've had my fill. I'm done. Not just in, let's say, League One Ontario or OPDL or you name your local level of play all across this country in the US of A. They're coming up to me and they're saying, Anthony, I've had it. I can't take the abuse anymore from coaches, from parents, from players. I can't do it anymore. I can't handle parents walking to my car in the parking lot, wanting to do something to me, threatening me, yelling at me, swearing at me, calling me all sorts of names that you would never expect from someone that possibly is working in a big-time Fortune 500 company, maybe in the medical field, wherever. Anthony, we can't do it anymore. And I've talked to not one or two that have said that to me in the last few months. I've talked to about 30 or 40, men and women. I'm telling you something. They're all on the cusp of packing it in. They're all on the cusp of doing something that you don't think that they would have done before in the past, but they're going to do it. Trust me when I tell you this. I've talked to a lot of refs. They've had it up to here. They're going to do it. They're going to slap you guys out there and gals with a reality check where they're going to possibly do, who knows, maybe not this year, but down the road, they're going to do some kind of a protest. And why wouldn't they? Just to put everyone on alert, just to put the attention back on the parents, the players, and administrators, to tell them, stop, that's enough of the swearing. That's enough of the abuse. That's enough of the garbage. That's enough, because without refs, there's no games. There really isn't. So I'm talking to you out there, coaches, administrators, players. Cut it out. They're human beings. They make mistakes. Maybe they're not going to have the greatest game in that game that you're expecting them to have, an A+ game. Maybe they're not. But they're human like you. Maybe you missed that penalty kick. Maybe, goalie, you couldn't stop that ball that you should have stopped. You're human. Maybe the ref should come and yell at you. Hey, coach, why didn't you put the right formation out there? Maybe the ref should come and yell at you for losing that game because you didn't put the right formation out there. So I'm warning you all out there, players, parents, coaches, administrators. I should have talked about this a long time ago. But be careful, because referees have had it up to here, and they're tired of it. They're absolutely tired of it. They won't put up with it anymore. They're tired of the abuse. They're tired of the antics. They're tired of all this garbage. Now, having said that, now I'm going to come at you a bit, refs. I'm going to come at you, because there's always two sides to every story. So let's put the cards on the table like I've always done. There's always two sides to every story. I've noticed this at many levels that I've been in the travels with my two sons over the years, and recently in some of the high, profile games that I've been part of, whether it's OPDL, whether it's League One, whatever, CSL back in the days, you name it again, your league, whatever. I've noticed this too. Some of them, for me, are not at the fitness level they need to be. Hey, look, I got a spare six-pack here. I'm called the Goodyear blimp boy for many reasons, and that's okay, because guess what? I'm not going out there for 90 minutes plus to ref a game, because I know I can't do it. I don't have the physical stamina. But if you're going to sign up as a ref, a man or a woman, to do this job, you need to be in tip-top physical shape. You need to show the players and the coaches, hey, I'm in good shape too. I can keep up for the full 90. I'm not going to be asking for water every break there is. I'm not going to be sweating profusely, on and on and on. Your fitness levels up there need to be up to scratch. That's number one. Number two, very quickly, because we got to get to Thomas very soon. Get rid of the attitudes. I've said this a long, long time ago. Get rid of the attitudes. Get rid of the chips on your shoulder. Get rid of the arrogance that some of you have. Not all, some. Get rid of the arrogance, the chips on your shoulder, and the arrogance. Why don't you go up before the game starts? As a crew, both line and the middle ref, go shake hands of the coaches before the game starts. Have a good game. We'll make mistakes. I hope we don't make too many. But let's have a good game. Let's keep it clean. My name is such and such. Let's have a great game. Show a people side of yourself to these coaches, to these players, as well to the players. Hey, guys, this is ref whatever. Ref Anthony, have a great game, guys. We're going to all have a good time after it's all said and done, because we're here for the game that we love. Show a human side. Show a human side. Get rid of the chip on your shoulder, the arrogance that I'm the ref. This is my stage. I need to be on the spotlight. Not you players. Not you. I'm the spotlight. Take that away. I've seen that too many times. Take that away, okay? Take that away. Now, communication is big time lacking. I'm going to tell you refs out there at all levels, communication is big time lacking. When a coach wants an explanation of a call that you made, how hard is it to take 5 seconds, 6 seconds out of the game there to explain that call? Why do you got to jog away? Why do you got to go far away? Why can't you quickly give an explanation, whatever that explanation might be, to that coach? And if the coach doesn't like it, too bad to the coach. But at least give an explanation why you made that call. Please, refs, show up on time. Some of you are taking it very seriously. Some of you aren't. Some of you aren't. Some of you aren't. All right? Let's understand the rules of the game inside out before the game starts, not after. Let's have some good communication with your both of the lines. Both. Understand each other. Understand each other. So there's where I'm at. There's where I'm at.